I'm very happy to be accompanied by a guest here, an expat that lives here on the island of Honduras and Roatan. Let's get to know him and talk to him and find out about his life and moving here. So, could you please tell us what is your name, your age, and where are you from?
Hey Eric, I'm Patrice. I'm 35 years old. I'm from Quebec, Canada. It's very hard to not be happy with the view we have around here.
We are pretty happy in this situation for sure. Where exactly are we now?
Now we are at the highest point on the island. We are in the Pristine Bay complex at the Bitcoin Center, Hamiti-Hage.
Yeah, this is a very luxurious view and spot that we have here to talk, so I'm really happy to be here. Let's talk a little bit about how you moved here to the island, Pat. Tell us, in what year did you come and what did you come for?
Well, in 2014, in December, I came for 2 weeks of vacation after completing my open water diver course in Canada. I came here to do like my fifth dive here. So during 2 weeks of vacation, I dove every day, 3 dives a day. And then I decided after my vacation, I just went back to Canada 2 weeks and I came back right after that.
Wow, well, you definitely loved the place, didn't you? And you came back, and at that point, basically, you stayed quite a bit longer, right?
Yeah, I felt in love so much with the diving here, so I came back to do my rescue diver course and dive master course.
Awesome. So you stayed quite a few years, and then at what point did you decide to become a resident and stay here for good?
Well, I stayed 3 years and a half, worked a little bit as a dive master and tour staff, and then I went back to Canada after that for 3 years and a half, worked my ass off doing some contracts for IBM in the microprocessor business, and then I was working 7 days a week, and when I came back 3 years and a half later, I bought a small home here.
Let's talk a little bit about your property, your house, and where it's located. So, what is the location of your current place now?
Well, I'm located at Viña del Mar. We are very close to the municipality, the Utila Ferry, and the Galaxy Wave. So 5 minutes from the airport. So it's a very nice location inside the Viña del Mar complex. Is located. It's owned by the Paradise Hotel, very popular hotel in West Bay.
This is in Dixon Cove, right?
Yeah, it's located in Dixon Cove.
Okay, awesome. And if you don't mind talking a little bit about your property, what was the cost and was it difficult to buy?
No, it was fairly easy with my passport. Could get the paperwork done. And it cost about $80,000.
Well, that's a pretty awesome price. I can understand why you wanted to move here, right? That's awesome. Many people think that Latin America and Central America are these big hubs for violence, crime, and insecurity, and people think it's not safe at all. Can you give us a little bit of a summary of any bad things that have happened to you while living in Honduras? How long have you lived in Honduras? Let's start there.
Well, I've been living in Honduras for 6 years, and I live for a year and a half in San Pedro Sula. That's one of the... It's not the capital, but it's a metropolis. So yeah, it's a big industrial town on the mainland.
And did you have any problems in San Pedro Sula?
Not at all, no.
And here in Roatan?
Absolutely not. This island is a jewel. People are friendly. A lot of the church are full. So this island is very a peace hub.
Do you have a church near your house?
Yeah, there's church everywhere here.
And they're always full, aren't they?
For sure, yeah.
So yeah, this country definitely surprised me in terms of safety, because literally before I came here, I saw so many stories, or you see videos and you read maybe bad articles and they say so much about violence and crime. But yeah, I've only been here, a month or less than a month, and I feel super safe. And you've been here, you said 6 years, and no problems.
Absolutely.
Okay, well that's really good for people to know, because I mean specifically San Pedro Sula has like a bad rap. People, if I mentioned San Pedro Sula to people in Guatemala before I came over, they're like, do not go there. Oh my God, I would never go there ever, even if you paid me. I'm like, what? Is it really that bad? Yeah. So anyways, let's move on to talking a little bit about the type of payment that you have to use in order to like buy things. For example, what is the local currency here?
Local currency is the Honduran lempira.
Right. And you can use dollars in some places as well?
Yeah, dollars is widely accepted everywhere on the island.
And also, of course, we are at a Bitcoin place. So Bitcoin is also accepted in some places.
Yeah, the Bitcoin Center is working very hard educating people to how to set up your accounts and how to use Bitcoin, because the idea behind Bitcoin, you don't need a whole Bitcoin to use it. It's separated, so you can actually tomorrow use your credit card, get some sats, as they say. It's a smaller piece of Bitcoin and it's widely accepted. Here, if you look at the Bitcoin map, you will find a lot of places to stay and to eat, a grocery store that will accept it.
So speaking of different types of payment types, you have a business here in Honduras, isn't that correct?
Oh yes,
What is the name of your business?
it's a Roatan day.
Roatan.day, right? And what kind of services do you provide? Just give us an overall summary of what you provide.
Well, we do provide all kind of tour. We provide the Airbnbs, we provide full day tours, and also Airbnb including dive day tours for.
Let's talk a little bit more about your specific tours, okay? I remember you mentioned you have a tour that is a full day tour. Can you talk a little bit about the full day tour?
Yes, the full day tour include a tour of the mangroves, and it's very nice to navigate the mangrove. We go snorkeling in them, and after that, what we do special that not a lot of people will do, not a lot of guide will get in the water with you. So that's what we do especially. We go also visit the reef.
And included in that is the transportation and a lunch as well, right? Is there a special place you go to on this full day tour?
Yeah, we go visit also the reef house.
And the lunch, is there a specific lunch place?
Yeah, and the lunch is at Punta Gorda.
Awesome. So that's all included for what price?
It's for the price of $120.
With a minimum of a few people, right?
Yeah, minimum of two.
Okay, awesome. That sounds like a really fun tour. And there also is another tour you offer that includes the dives. You mentioned you are a dive master. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, so when you do these dives and these snorkeling excursions, are you like showing everyone all these beautiful fish and all these different creatures and mentioning what they are and whatever?
Yeah, of course. That's a dive master's job. We do our best to find the best critter and the best spot. So once you come, you see the best of Roatan.
Well, I definitely was surprised when we went diving and we saw some lobsters and some eels and the barracuda. I was like just blown away from the stuff that you found and just pointed out, look at that, oh my God, right?
Yeah, there are crabs everywhere. Stuff is small in the Caribbean, so your good eyes and
Bring some good eyes, right? Make sure you're able to see down and look at those tiny creatures, right?
yeah, if you wear glasses, bring those contact lenses.
There you
Get those laser aberration. It's worth it.
And speaking about the diving tours, let's talk a bit more about the details. So I believe you mentioned it's a 4-day diving tour, including accommodation and transport and food. Can you mention more about that?
Yes, it's a 4 day of stay at my place, and then it includes 6 dives, so 2 dives a day. The last day is more quiet. There's no diving on the last day if you're going on your plane, so we can take the last day to visit more deeply the island.
And that includes transport and the dives, as well as some lunches as well, right?
Yeah, we do include 1 lunch a day.
Okay, that sounds like a great option for people that are really into diving. I mean, this is like the mecca for diving and snorkeling in literally the entire region, right?
Yes, and this place is very safe. If we look at the water right now, it's flat. You can go to the beach and see the reef with your infants, and basically it's one of the safest places in the world to dive.
Yeah, you mentioned that these reefs and this snorkeling is like some of the best for beginners that aren't really used to it or have much experience doing this, right?
Yes, we do have some drift dive and some current, but it doesn't compare to anywhere in the world when you talk about a reef dive, you have to hold your regulator, hook yourself to the reef. It doesn't happen here, so it's a very nice place to come and learn how to dive and become a good diver.
Well, that seems like an absolutely awesome option for people that don't have experience snorkeling and jumping in the water. Let's go back to your 4-day, 3-night tour. So that includes the 6 dives, the lunch per day, the Airbnb accommodation, and transport. What is the price for that?
Well, it's $550.
Okay, awesome. You can pay in Bitcoin as well.
You could, of course.
Awesome. And we also have some other tours that are starting here on the island, within the island, and leaving the island. What other tours do you offer from here?
Well, we do offer a full day tour of the mangroves. We also offer a full day tour of beach hopping.
The beach hopping includes one of the parks as well to see some of the interesting animals, right?
Yes, we do include visit the sloths, monkeys, and macaws.
That sounds amazing. And also, I remember seeing on the map, there's a really popular island called Cayos Chinos, right?
Yes, we do also offer Cayo Cochino and the same thing. I will go with you and I will lead you into Cayo Cochino's reef so you can see and not miss anything about the reef.
Awesome. That sounds amazing. Well, I have all of these tours, the specific tours that we mentioned here in my website, which you can click and then book your tour with Pat. So I'm going to put that in the link in the description below. And I also am curious, do you have other types of tours, like custom-made tours for people that don't want the tours that we just mentioned?
Yes, the ATV is very popular on the island, so we do offer to visit some parks, zip lining and ATVs.
Do you have a website where you can make a custom tour that it doesn't include what we talked about?
Yes, on Roatan.day you can find our cart over there and other products and services.
All right, so if you want to have any amazing tours that don't include exactly what we mentioned, go ahead, go to Roatan.day and check out the different types of tours that you can make custom made. All right? If you're getting value from my dedication to the research, traveling, recording, and editing needed to create the content I produce, please show me your appreciation by hitting that subscribe and like button below the video, as it really makes a difference to me and it motivates me to finish my massive multi-year video series, Motorcycling Alone through Latin America, showing you great undiscovered spots for your future expat lifestyle. It is more than likely that you are a male in your 50s from the United States and you haven't subscribed to my channel yet. Well, let me show you how to do that now. We had a lot of luck today in that the weather you can see behind us, it is fantastic. This is kind of the middle of what they tell me is the rainy season, correct? When is the rainy season here in Roatán Island?
Yeah, the rainy season is starting right now, but look at the sky.
Yeah, right. I mean, there has been quite a few rainy days before this, but like, so I suppose it's pretty much a hit or a miss type of situation, right?
Yeah, weather is uncontrollable, but usually this island is very lucky. The wind pushed the clouds away most of the time.
Right. So from what I understand, the rainy season starts around beginning of October and ends around middle of December. Is that about correct?
Yeah, November and December are the wettest during the season.
Okay. And so we obviously had a hit, not a miss day. So that's fantastic. It is the middle of October. So talking about if you have a nice dry day like today, what type of activities do people do that live here?
Local here enjoy going to. You got some bars in West End. You will hear about it. They will tell you Sundowner, Blue Marlin. If you want to find the local people, expats, you will find them there every single day.
Okay, so yeah, lots of people, from what I understand, they go to do beach activities and jungle activities sometimes, I guess.
Yeah, people, they love it. They enjoy jamming with friends. There's a lot of live show in those bars, and yeah.
How about the beach and water activities? Let's talk specifically about you. What water activities do you like? You're a dive master, right?
Yeah, I enjoy a lot going to snorkel, and go to the beach. You bring the barbecue over there, eat food with friends, bring some beer, some cocktails, fresh coconut, and yeah, that's a great life.
Drinking on the beach is not prohibited here. It's allowed, right?
Yeah, this is allowed.
Okay, that's good to know because in my experiences in Mexico, for example, there are many rules that have made my life very difficult when it comes to drinking in certain spots. So it's good to make sure everyone knows that it's okay, right? So yeah, water activities is a big thing for people to do. What other type of activities do people do around here for fun, expats that live here?
Well, people that live here, well, we got like parasailing, zip lining, so if you got some money to spend, go fishing.
Maybe rent like a yacht, or people have boats that live here, right?
Yeah, of course, you can make a lot of friends with boats around here.
Right. And that sounds like a great place to do it. If you're a lover of the water and water activities, this is just the paradise now, isn't it? Now let's talk a little bit about the cost of living here and doing some of these activities or having a lifestyle of being an expat here on this island. Roatan, in my perspective, has been quite a higher cost of living in comparison to other parts of Latin America I've been in recently. What would a typical person pay for, let's say, a month in an accommodation here, a standard accommodation minimum here on the island?
Well, you can find a vacation property. It starts around $500 a week.
I've seen properties on Airbnb for as little as like 600 or 700, right? Those exist maybe on the lower season, easier to find.
Yeah, of course, if you book during the lower season, you can strike some good deal. But if you book at the last minute, you can expect, if you want also something like in West Bay, you can pay up to 1,000, or maybe it's more common to be paying like $2,000 per week in West Bay.
Per week?
Yeah.
West Bay is quite the expensive spot, isn't it?
Yes, this is the largest place on the island, the most touristy place. So yeah, West Bay is expensive.
The most developed from what I hear. So yeah, if you want to have like really nice luxury accommodation, West Bay is going to be quite a bit more expensive, 1,000 to 2,000 on during high season. Maybe low season you can find for maybe 1,000 or 500 per week. And then in other spots, from what I've seen on Airbnb, you can find it not exactly in that area for as low as 700, 800, 900 per month. So you have to add that into your cost of living along with, let's talk about food. Like what are the prices for a local dish that you eat here?
Well, you can get breakfast for $2. That's baleadas, typical food here. Is very good.
Yeah. And the lunches, from what I understand, I eat the local lunches, which are as low as 100 lempiras, which is about $4. What are like the standard, like nicer lunch prices for like a little bit nicer places?
Well, if you go see the locals that work very hard and make a very good food, for in between $8 to $15, you can have a very nice plate.
Okay, that sounds great. And then, of course, if you're living here as an expat, what is going to be your number one drain on expenses? Beer, right? How much do beers at restaurants or bars cost around here?
Well, you can find some place that in between $3 to $5 you can get a good beer.
Awesome. Well, that leaves us with, let's say, add some transportation, for example, the taxis. What would a taxi be from the airport to West End in West Bay area?
Yeah, taxi from the airport, they have a fixed rate from $25 per person plus 10 per extra person.
And you said it's about like 20 to 30 minute drive?
Yes.
Okay, so when you put that into perspective, we're talking maybe $1 or $2 per hour or per minute. Regarding your services that you provide, you also give the option for people that don't have the full inclusive tour. You give the option of transport to your Airbnb from the airport as well, right?
Yes, for $25 I include pickup, drop-off, and lunchtime.
Okay, that's great. So that's both there and back to the airport, and then you can bring them to a place to eat, you said.
Yeah, whatever they need, go pick up whatever pharmacy or whatever. Okay. I'm there for them.
That's a great price, much less than what the taxis are offering here now. Well, if you include all these things when we're talking about accommodation, $800 to let's say $1,500 per month minimum, and then maybe food, $5, $10 per day for just a standard lunch, we're talking, what would be an average monthly budget for someone living here?
Well, it's possible to live a very good life with $2,000 per month.
Yeah, that's what it seems like to me. You need at least about $2,000 to have a good place, good transportation, activities, drinks, and food, yeah. All right, well, thank you so much Pat, it's been an absolute pleasure getting to know you, hearing your story, and I really hope that this island continues to treat you well and you get all the great guests that are watching here to book through his Roatan.day.